gala presentation of the student soloists and the awards and the press event. We're welcoming many of you here for the first time, and if possible, I would like to invite our executive director and our founder, Edward Francis, to the podium to introduce himself and to welcome some more people who are here. Edward.
Thank you very much, Michael, and welcome everybody to our press conference here for 2012, where we introduce all of our soloists for our wonderful concert season, our 12th concert season. I'd like to welcome all the press, the Cultural Affairs Commission, and those from the council, and any of the Thousand Oaks civic officials who are here. I think what we'll do is just go in a quick order here, because we have a few things to do. We want to get out by our appointed time, and I'm going to bring this back to Michael, who will get us started with some thank yous that are very important for the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic. Michael.
Thank you, Edward. I'm the president, by the way. I forgot to mention that. You know, and I tell everyone, I remind everyone, introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, and then, of course, I forget. First of all, I'd like to thank the Alliance for the Arts. Somewhere here, yes, here we go. The Alliance for the Arts in the City of Thousand Oaks. We have a letter of grant to the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic this year, awarding us a wonderful $10,000 grant, and we're very pleased. And it's signed by Jerry Miller, the chair of the Cultural Affairs Commission, and David Mead, the Grants Committee Cultural Affairs Commission chair. So we thank you very much. We depend on this grant very much every year, and this grant is much higher than last year, so we're very much in your debt. Thank you for that. Next, we'd like to thank the Confidence Foundation, the Amgen Foundation, who does doubling matches for Amgen employees. And what happens is those who donate, who are Amgen employees, they let the Amgen Foundation know that they've made this donation, and then the Amgen Foundation matches it. And so we're very grateful to them for that. The Camarillo United Methodist Church, where we hold one half of our season performances. You will all be there to see it. It's a beautiful venue, and you'll be very surprised if you haven't performed there before. They're extremely generous, and they provide a bunch of wonderful things to the kids that I won't tell them right now, but they're really special. The KADY TV crew is here. We thank you for covering our events. They'll be covering all the concerts this year. The Civic Arts Plaza staff, they are extremely helpful, and they go out of their way to help us way beyond the call of duty, so we thank them. The local Music Teachers Association of California, you'll hear a lot more about them later on when we talk about the prizes. The Conejo Valley Youth Orchestras, similarly, you'll hear about them. They are very generous to the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic. They're great partners. The Paseo Marketplace. Some of you may have performed in the recital hall, the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic Recital Hall. This recital hall is generously donated to us by the Paseo Marketplace, so we want to thank them very much for that. Steinway & Sons. Steinway & Sons is a corporate and artistic partner of the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic, and they provide two beautiful new pianos for the recital hall, completely free of charge for the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic, so we thank them. Ventura County Community Foundation. They are an artistic partner and a fundraising partner with the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic. We've held a joint fundraiser with them recently, and we're looking forward to an ongoing partnership with them. Crane Associates. Crane Associates provides all the design of the printed materials you'll see for us, and the programs, and helps with photography, so we're very, very grateful to them. Rhythm Earth Song piano technician. Rhythm is a wonderful tuner and piano technician, and provides for free tuning for the Camarillo United Methodist Church pianos, so we're very grateful for them. All right, if I could, I'd like to now switch to talking about a little bit of the people who are not here in the room, but who are very important, our alumni. Now, our alumni are people who have graduated from our program and gone on to great things in life. And if I could, I'd like to bring up Edward Francis to tell you just a little bit about 3 of our alumni.
Again, Michael, we're very, very pleased that we're able to give a lot of these students a wonderful opportunity with the professional orchestra. But it's obvious that they're very much the cream of the crop of students in a lot of different areas. And we've noticed that they are incredibly successful in all the things that they do, whether it's music, when we have a very high percentage of our graduates who go into music, or whether it's into medicine, to law, to physics. In fact, we are publishing a new booklet of our alumni, which was put together by our executive board member, Joyce Osborne. And Megan, you're actually holding it now. Just hold that up, and just so everybody can see. This is our sold out first edition. And we are putting together, thank you very much, and we are putting together our new one, which hopefully will be available by the February concert. The other thing is, because we're such an educational organization, we thought that it would be nice to actually expand our offerings, and instead of just doing things for the orchestra, we would encompass many more students. So we started our Appassionata pre-conservatory training program this year. And with it, we invited students from pre-high school through high school to take advantage of the master classes that we hold for piano, for strings, and all other instruments. We have a new recital series that we do throughout the county, and we've had about 5 of those recitals right now, and lectures, and the audition opportunity, of course, to play for the opportunity to solo with the TO Philharmonic. In the alumni book, which is a terrific read, and it's incredible, all the accomplishments that our graduates have achieved. There are 3 very timely ones that we'd like to mention now. First is a pianist who's played with us multiple times, Vlad Visirianu, who is now a conductor. His undergraduate degrees were from UCLA, and then he did 2 masters, one from University of Texas at Austin and one at Indiana University in musicology. And now he's a doctoral candidate in conducting at Arizona State. And Vlad will be coming back and will be our first young artist guest conductor, and will be conducting 1 or 2 of the pieces on our next program. So it's the first time that we've done that, and we're very pleased. Vlad also is going to be the guest conductor of the Symphony Orchestra in Bucharest, Romania, at the Bucharest Symphony Hall on March the 25th. And the concert's going to include the Don Giovanni Overture, Beethoven Emperor Concerto, and Tchaikovsky's 6th Symphony. And while he was here visiting from Arizona State during the holidays, he had mentioned that he was going to ask one of our other alumni pianists to be the soloist in the Beethoven Emperor. So he asked Sean Chen, who's at Juilliard now finishing his master's degree, to play. And so that concert is March the 25th, and if you want to go, you can join me on the plane. I'm leaving a few days early because it's going to be wonderful to hear that. Additionally, we have Alex Wasserman, who is a pianist. Alex just recently completed his doctorate in piano performance from the Cleveland Institute of Music. His previous undergraduate and graduate degrees were from USC and Peabody. And he's moved to Atlanta. He's married, moved to Atlanta. His wife is a violist, and she's with the Atlanta Symphony. And so he's establishing himself as a soloist and collaborative artist there in Atlanta. And he's doing a recital tour in Southern California at the end of this month, and agreed to come and do a fundraising recital for us at our recital hall here in Westlake at the Paseo Marketplace. And you are all invited to that, and that's on January 29th. It's a Sunday evening at 7 p.m. And then I was on the internet, and I noticed that one of our other alumnus cellist, Andrew Jans, is now with the Tagi Quartet, the Mark Morris Dance Troupe, and the Marlboro Music Festival, which he's been a resident for several years. And he is an artist diploma candidate in cello at the Manhattan School of Music. And he will be performing as guest soloist with the New West Symphony in their concerts on April 13th, 14th, and 15th. And I encourage all of you to come and support Andrew and hear just the amazing things that he and the other alumni students have done. And I know that as we introduce some of these new young students who are just coming up, these are the same kind of things that we are expecting from them because they are from the same mold and they do represent the cream of the crop of the students out there. We do have quite a few collaborative organizations that work with us, and Michael has mentioned them. And what I'd like to do now is just to invite those people who may be here representing them and just tell you a little bit about their audition process and their collaboration with Soloists Philharmonic. And the first person that I'd like to invite up is Ornella Urban, who's a pianist and teacher in the area. She's the chair of the Music Teachers Association of California Concerto Auditions. And she's also the chair of our pre-high school piano masterclass division, which we call Hammered.
Hello everybody, and what an exciting opportunity we have here to have the best students of our area gathered all in one room. At the Music Teachers Association, we understand how much work and effort goes behind preparing for a concerto. As teachers, we all have great hopes on our students. We want to do the best for them. We want them to learn music, appreciate music, but we also want them to achieve the highest possible playing they can. And I think Carneo Valley Music Teachers Association is one of the very unique branches in the state that can offer the students the opportunity to play with an orchestra. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, maybe twice or 3 times in your life if you're lucky. And as parents, you know how much your students work, you know how much you had to support them, and I congratulate you for being winners and auditioning so well. As teachers, we understood that we had to support our students, so as the years went by, we increased the number of scholarships we were giving to the winners, and I'm very happy to report that this year we were able to give 5 scholarships to the winning students from our area. I also want to thank...
Please talk louder.
I want to thank Mr. Francis for having this great idea and making this possible. Thank you.
Yes, we're very pleased about the MTAC. For more than 10 years, they've been a big support of the Soloists Philharmonic. And this year, they actually had a teacher recital in which they used the monies to increase their sponsorship of our students to the total of $1,500 and 5 prizes, which we're really grateful for. Additionally, a couple that was very, very supportive from the very beginning were William Israel and his wife Nancy Israel. When I first started Soloists Philharmonic, and they've been very, very supportive all the way through. And unfortunately, Bill passed away a few years ago, and Nancy has still remained a very steadfast member of the board, and she's also sponsored a scholarship opportunity for many of the students. So I'd like Nancy to just come up and say a few words. Nancy.
What a surprise. Unaccustomed as I am, I want to tell you that Bill, my husband, was Edward's eldest student ever. I mean, he started taking lessons again at age 82. Though Edward has never asked Bill back to play at one of these wonderful Opus concerts, it's okay. My feelings aren't hurt, and I'll still stick around. This is something very special to our hearts, and yes, we have watched many of these young people start, grow, blossom, and become professionals. It's very heartwarming. The main thing is that the community realizes just what this program does and how important it is for the young people in our community. So it is with great pleasure that I, on behalf of Bill and myself, are able to foster and award some modicum of prizes for special students who have the talent and always cannot come up with the financing. So we hope that we can, and I'm talking for both of us, we hope that, that we will be able to continue to do this to support this fine program in the community. And I too serve on the New West Symphony Board, so we have this wonderful collaboration, and the excitement is when students with exceptional talent like Sean and Andrew and others do step up from the TO Phil into the New West. And they're going to be helping us in the community and the schools and the whole thing. So support the program. It's exciting and just a wonderful, wonderful program in the community. And I commend Edward for creating this program and continuing with it, and all of the officers and all of us board members who are really caring and working hard to keep this program going, and we invite you to join us in every way. So thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Other partners, which have been mentioned, but I'll talk a little bit more about them, are the Canal Valley Youth Orchestras. They have been supporters of the $1,000 Philharmonic since we actually started, about the year after, so it's been a long time. This year they did something very interesting in which they recognized that our Appassionata program was an important addition to the educational process of young musicians. And so they sponsored 20 of their students with partial scholarships to join the Appassionata pre-conservatory training program. And so we welcome their continued support, and several of their students will be playing with the orchestra during the season. Additionally, Steinway & Sons, even giving us 2 beautiful new grand pianos to use at the recital hall, they also came across with an extra $1,000 in which we were able to divide into 4 sections and give 4 of the auditioning students prizes. And we're very grateful. The Steinway general manager, Gavin English, in their Steinway Gallery store in Beverly Hills, has come out to our concerts, has come out to our recitals, and he's just been extremely supportive. And because of all of his work in the community, they're very successful, and they're opening up a new store in Pasadena in March. So we're very pleased that they're experiencing success as well. Then we had a few extra dollars left over in our budget, and we decided to give a couple of the students Friends of the Phil scholarships. The Friends of the Phil are volunteers that help us throughout the year do all the things that we like to do, in addition to the concerts, some of the social events, helping us with the recitals and so on. And so we were pleased to do that. And then one of the other very exciting things that happened is in the Appassionata program, we do have this recital series, which we call the Gold Recital Series. And we invite students to come and play in these recitals. And lo and behold, there was a person in the audience who decided to do an emerging scholarship for one of the students, which she liked. And I thought that was really amazing, and it's the kind of model that I wish more people would do, adopting a student and giving them a scholarship so that they could take advantage of all of the things Thousand Oaks Philharmonic has to offer. This person is Patricia Gomovitz of Camarillo, and she was in one of our recitals up in Camarillo, and she's become a good friend, and we're very grateful for that. Since we are also really into music, we thought that it would be nice for you to actually experience some of it. So we've asked some of the students to give us a little bit of a sample. And these are students that you will hear with the orchestra this season. And the first person I'd like to call up is Cameron Daly. And Cameron is a student at Oaks Christian. He's a violinist. And he is going to be playing the Chrysler Sicilian and Rigodon. Cameron.
It's very nice to be here to speak to you all today. I was prepared, like I just told Ed, to introduce myself, so now he's thrown me all off. I'm the music director of the group, and also conducting professor at Cal State Northridge, where I run the youth orchestra program there. So I've been very lucky throughout my life to have the opportunity to work with young musicians, and I continue to do that and enjoy it very much. I wanted to speak just briefly about the actual competition process. As you know, you all saw me there listening to you, taking notes the entire time as the competition was going on. It's important for the parents and the public really to know that in judging the competition, not only are we looking for a very high level of musicianship and stage presence, but I really want to feel like, while I'm listening to the student, that they're already prepared to just step on the stage and perform with an orchestra. Granted, students still have some polishing up to do in getting ready for the performances, but there's a certain impact that you feel when the musicianship's at a high level and the stage presence is there. Things come together. You can just sort of picture the student performing their work with a professional group of musicians, so it's going to be very exciting. One of the things that I enjoy the most really is conducting so much different repertoire. Things that I've conducted in the past and in new pieces, and we will have a number of pieces on this season that has not been on any of the previous Thousand Oak Philharmonic seasons, through a good diversity of instrumentation: pianists, violinists, cellists. We have an electric bass this year for the first time. I think it's our first electric instrument soloist with orchestra. That should be fun, and I think you'll all enjoy the diversity shown in repertoire and in the age level and the musicianship in each student throughout the season. Finally, I'll just say that performance week can be quite hectic. Your children should get a lot of sleep during that week. I know this is not a meeting to tell the parents, the students, how to act during performance week, but I might as well take 1 minute to just say that you really have to be prepared coming into the week. I spend about 20 minutes with each student on Monday night, the week leading up to the rehearsals, Monday night, listening to the performer play their work again with the accompanist. And we collaborate a little bit before I ever get in front of the orchestra. But it is pretty hectic. The 2 rehearsals, basically you walk on stage and you're expected to just do a run-through with the orchestra. It doesn't always work that way, but we come very close. Often people think, oh, my child gets an hour of rehearsal time with the orchestra and they can put things together. No, really, the kids just get up there and they play. And we polish things up real quick. They come back the next night. They do the same thing again. And you'll be amazed, really, what happens between Monday and the final Sunday performance that week. It's really very exciting. And in closing, I'll just say what's most interesting to me is I don't get to know the kids really well because I don't get a lot of time to talk to them individually during the week because we're so busy in rehearsals, but it's really fascinating seeing their general body language and tension from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. They come in and they're really wound up and kind of nervous at the beginning of the week, and even the first night of the first performance, everyone is very quiet backstage and it's very intense. The kids are very nervous for each other. By the time we get past the first performance, I'll just say all hell breaks loose by the last performance. I mean, it's like a football game breaks out backstage. During one kid's performing, kids are running around all over the place. It's completely different personalities backstage. I think it's their real normal life personalities that I finally get to see. But it's not only until the last performance when they've really gotten comfortable enough playing with the group. That being said, they should behave themselves at all times. and I really look forward to meeting you all again, all the performers and the parents, and working with you in a couple of weeks. Now I'll hand it back to Michael, who will start introducing the students. Thanks.
Okay, now for the really exciting part. Everyone ready to receive your awards? Yes. All right, so I think what we're going to do is ask the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic board members to please come up and stand beside me. And I will ask them to help us distribute the awards. We have some certificate awards and some medals, and also some envelopes for the prizes. Thank you. Pierre Escaron, if you could stand over here for me. Dana Maldovan. Joyce Osborne. Thank you, Israel. Okay, I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to have to ask you to scooch over even further. And who's going to volunteer to hand out the certificates? Okay, and the medals? Okay, wonderful. All right, so if I can ask, when I announce your name, yes, that was an oversight, but it will happen. What we'll do is we'll announce the folks individually in alphabetical order, and then if you would come up over here, and I will ask you a test trick question, and then just feel free to come up and answer on the mic. And then if you would, just go ahead and accept your awards here. And then sit on these couches right back here, if you would, behind us, just comfortably. Okay? All right, wonderful. So let's begin with Michael Aspinwall. Michael, Michael studies jazz piano and is currently playing in Calabasas High School Jazz A-Band, and has performed at the Savannah Music Festival in Georgia, the Essentially Ellington competition at Lincoln Center, the Playboy Jazz Festival at the Hollywood Bowl, and was named the most valuable musician at Calabasas High by the faculty in 2011. So, Michael, what excites you about playing for the TO Phil?
Well, playing piano can often be a very solitary pursuit because you're pretty much just in your room by yourself with the piano practicing. So the chance to collaborate not only with just musicians but with a full professional orchestra really excites me and is what makes this a truly amazing experience.
Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, Henry Beal. Please welcome Henry Beal. Henry enjoys composing, producing, and engineering not only others but his own music. He's a professional studio musician already. He's recorded for film and television programs, and as a vocalist, now I don't know if he actually was these characters, but he was a vocalist on King Kong, and Rome, and Jesse Stone. So, and he's played bass on things like Ugly Betty, and when he's not making music, which is most of the time he is making music, so, but mainly he's working on computers and programming. I love you, I'm also a programmer, and playing games. So, Henry, let me ask you, what does it mean to you to be a soloist with a professional orchestra?
Well, since the instrument I'm playing, electric bass, is very unconventional in a classical setting. It's really an honor to be able to play with a full orchestra and one as prestigious as this. Because I really love the piece I'm playing, but I really wouldn't get a chance to play it with in any other setting. So this is a wonderful opportunity. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be here. It's an honor.
Okay, wonderful. Now, next we're going to invite Kai Berry. Now, Kai won the MTAC Concerto Prize and is a 6th grader at the A.E. Wright Middle School. If I say something wrong, feel free to correct me, no problem. Thank you. He loves to draw, and he likes to be, of course, with his friends and family. He's excited and honored to perform with the TO Phil, and would like to dedicate this performance when he performs with us to his greatest fan, his grandmother, Pearl Berry. Okay, so you just won a lot of fans. Okay, so what is one of your most memorable experiences when you're playing your instrument?
Well, in 5th grade, we had a guest speaker that was coming over, but then there was a slight delay and no one knew what to do. And some of the kids in the back said, Kai can play the piano, and I went up, and it was a great opportunity for me to play in front of in front of the whole school, and no one's ever heard me play before, and it was a real great opportunity to play.
Congratulations. All right, next I'd like to ask Grace Chen. Okay, Grace attends Beacon Hill Classical Academy, and she's in 3rd grade. And she is studying with Edward Francis, and she's won a lot of blue ribbons for things like the 100-meter, 200-meter, and long jump. And she's looking forward to winning in the Junior Olympic in these events. So now Grace is one of the winners of the Bill Israel Memorial Performance Prize. So what excites you, Grace, about the chance to play with the TO Phil?
It is exciting to me because I will be performing for the first time in my life with a professional orchestra, and it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Thank you, Grace. Okay, can I ask Drew Doms, please? Okay, what I've been told is that Drew has given up football now to concentrate on all of his extracurricular hours on music. And he plans to major in cello in college. So congratulations for a great choice, by the way. Drew was a winner of the Bill Israel Memorial Performance Prize this year as well. So Drew, when did you first hear about the TO Phil, and what were the circumstances?
You know, my teacher really told me about it the first time and really illustrated how much it would mean to me to growth on this piece, and most importantly, as a musician in whole.
Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, thank you. All right, could I invite Cameron Daly up, please? Cameron gets a lot of enjoyment out of using his music for charitable purposes. And he's organized his own fundraiser for JDRF and performing at other fundraising events. In his spare time, he enjoys playing basketball with his friends and, of course, spending time with his family. So Cameron was also a winner of the Bill Israel Memorial Performance Prize. So Cameron, what are you most looking forward to in regards to your chance to play with the TO Phil?
I'm obviously most looking forward to the ability to play with a full orchestra rather than just with a piano, because it's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm very thankful to be able to play with a full orchestra.
Well, congratulations. Okay. Next, I'd like to invite Megan Irvin. Okay, this is Megan's second time to perform with the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic, and she is in 6th grade and a straight A student at Bethany Christian School in Thousand Oaks. She enjoys being in her church's youth group and spends her free time reading and playing with her Labradoodle puppy, Hershey. Megan, what excites you about the chance to play with the TO Phil again?
Well, this is my second time, and I absolutely loved it the first time. It's a great opportunity, and it's totally different playing with the piano and then playing with the orchestra. It's like, boom, difference. So I really loved that, and it was fun.
Congratulations. Okay, next, can I invite Andrew Feng? Andrew, what do you like to do when you're not performing?
I like to...
Come on over here. Let's share the mic.
When I'm not performing, I like to play basketball, play golf, and I like to just practice piano.
What's your handicap?
I think like a 10. 11.
Okay, I'm not playing with you. You're too good. Okay, so when you have come to the concert, what impresses you the most about the concerts with the TO Phil?
Well, what impresses me the most is like when I see the players play, the amount of dedication that shows, and also their passion for music, and all their hard work and efforts are expressed when they play.
All right, thank you, Greg. Okay, next, could I ask David Fraley to come up? David Fraley is a black belt in Taekwondo. He plays club soccer, and he is a member of the cross-country team. That means he can go the distance. Yeah. David, so what are you most looking for? Oh, by the way, he won the Emerging Artist Award. So what are you looking most forward to when playing with the TO Phil this year?
I think it's a really great opportunity to be playing at a professional level with the orchestra. So, and I know it's really hard to come by, so it's a real honor. And I think it's like takes it to a whole nother level when you're playing with the orchestra, because you're playing with professionals and you're playing in front of a big audience. And so I think I'm really going to focus on living in the moment and just taking the best that I can out of this experience.
Okay, may I ask David Huang to come up, please? David is a freshman at Westlake High School. He began playing piano at 7, and now he's also playing first violin at the CVYO Preparatory Orchestra. And besides playing piano and violin, he enjoys reading, running, listening to theater music, and practicing karate. These kids are so narrow. They can only do one thing. So David, welcome. What excites you about the chance to play with the TO Phil?
Well, the chance to play with a professional orchestra is really a really exciting opportunity, especially for a young artist. I think it's really a rare and unforgettable experience, and I'm really excited to be able to play with the orchestra and hear how my piece was like originally written to be heard.
David was a winner of the Bill Israel Memorial Performance Prize as well. Okay, may I ask Victoria Wan to come up? Victoria is a 7th grader at Sycamore Canyon Middle School. She's a straight A student. Wonderful to see that. And she hopes to become a medical doctor when she grows up. I don't think hope is necessary. I'm sure it will happen. And also Victoria won the MTAC Concerto Prize. So Victoria, please come and tell me what excites you about playing your music.
Well, when I play piano, I like to bring out the feeling and emotion that the composer puts into the piece. And sometimes it feels like I traveled back to their time, and sometimes I can feel their presence in the same room. And I am grateful for the beautiful music and respect their talent, and that's what I like about music.
That's beautiful. Okay, at this point, if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd like to have a little more music. Would you be okay with that? So could I invite Henry Beal to perform for us?
Come sit over here. Yes. Okay, yes.
By the way, our accompanist is Jeff Siegel.
Jordan Siegel.
Jordan Siegel, my mistake, my bad. Thank you very much, Henry. That was beautiful. That was an excerpt from the concerto?
That was the Concerto for Jazz Bass. Yeah.
Concerto for Jazz Bass. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, let's resume with the remaining awards. If I could ask Eugene Kemp, please, to come forward. Eugene won the Steinway Performance Prize, and he is delighted and honored to perform with the TO Phil. Of course, he enjoys traveling and hiking with his family, and he's very enamored of his favorite composer, J.S. Bach. And besides playing the piano, he loves to play baseball and chess. So, Eugene, let me ask you, what excites you about the chance to play with the TO Phil?
Well, it's a thrill to perform with the TO Phil because I've been playing the piano for approximately 7 years. And it's going to be my first time performing with a professional orchestra. I've been practicing the piano and really hard, and I've been mostly playing by myself or sometimes with an accompanist, so it's going to be curious to see what it's going to sound like with the full orchestra, so I'm excited about that.
Congratulations. You know, you've probably heard about the qualifications to be an expert in a subject. The science says that it takes about 10,000 hours worth of work or so. And if you assume there's roughly 2,000 hours in a year or so, then it takes about 5 years of completely full-time work. And so he's already put in his 7 years, so I know, these kids are wonderful, amazing. Okay, let's see now. What I need is, I think I need Louis. Louis Lee, are you here? Come on up, Louis. Okay, Louis is another grade straight A student. I'm getting really tired of these straight A students. Okay. Not really. No, that's wonderful. Louis is in the debate team and was awarded the Outstanding Speaker Award in the Conejo Valley Middle School Joint Debate. He's also serving on the PTSA Leadership Program. He enjoys a lot of activities such as writing, being on the swim team, reading, snowboarding, and of course hanging out with his friends and family. So, Louis, what do you want to write about in that first novel of yours, by the way? Any idea?
I would like to write about like this stunning opportunity to play with a fantastic orchestra and being able to channel the full emotions of my great piece. And it's truly something to cross off the bucket list.
Okay, can I ask Brian Ma, please? Brian is 12 years old, a 7th grade honor student at the Discover Academy at Sequoia Middle School. He plays the violin, and he's got a list of awards this long. He's also on the Pacific Tennis Club team, and the Ventura County Novice Tennis Tournament, he's a winner. So let's welcome Brian, and I just want to ask you, Brian, about your excitement. I know you've played with us once before, so what are you looking forward to this time playing for the Thousand Oaks Philharmonic?
Well, I practice much more on this piece because it's a performance than I do with my regular practice, and I'm very excited to play for the audience and everyone. Well, I appreciate the TO Phil for giving me this chance to play with the professional musicians.
So I think you get a sense of why we do this. Okay, could I ask Catherine Ruan to come up, please? Hi, Catherine. Catherine is a 7th grader at Redwood Middle School. She's been playing the violin for 6 years under the tutelage of Diana Ray Goodman and Elise Goodman. And she joined the Conejo Valley Youth Orchestras when she was 8. So she's already a seasoned orchestra performer as well. She's played with master classes with Robert Thies and Ernest Salem. And I want to just tell you a little bit about this other life that she leads. She's the volunteer for the LIFE Animal Rescue Organization for dog adoption. And of course she's, staying trim and fit. She's on the swim team for more than 3 years. And she enjoys playing cards and hanging out with her friends. And she still likes to read, which is something that, seems to be fading away a little bit these days. So, Catherine, thank you for coming up. I just want to ask you, what's maybe your most memorable experience when you've been playing your instrument?
I really enjoyed being concertmaster of the CBWOW Youth Strings 2 years ago, when during the June concert I was featured as a soloist. I remember the whole experience was really fun and I learned a lot. The piece had 4 movements, and among them, one movement was playful, another more serious. And I remember at the end of the concert I was surprised to receive flowers from the conductor that she arranged herself, and they're really pretty.
Congratulations. Catherine won the NPAC Concerto Prize. Okay, now, how should we do this next, guys? Together or separately? Okay, I heard both. All right, let's do it separately. Sebastian Saw, please. Okay, Okay, Sebastian is a freshman at Westlake High School's honor program, and he was born in Iowa. He lived in Hong Kong, and now, let's see, he is playing with his twin brother, and they've won the top honor at the MTAC Caneo Valley Branch Concerto Competition. So in addition to playing the violin, Sebastian swims, and he also enjoys mountain biking, barbecuing, and traveling and camping and hiking and skiing, and just so many things. You know, so Sebastian, I do want to ask you the question that, you know, is on everyone's mind. But before that, I want to ask you, what is your favorite barbecue recipe? Because, you know, we are getting a little bit closer to that warmer weather now.
Ribeye.
Beautiful. Okay. So what does it mean to you to get to play with the Soloists?
It is an honor to play with the TO Phil because it's professional and it's my first time playing with a professional orchestra. So I think it will sound a lot different than it will be when I was playing a piano.
Yes, congratulations. Okay, now can I invite Shannon Shaw, please. Shannon is 14, and he's been living in the Caneo since the age of 3. He's an honor student, and he's an active member of the Aquatic Swim Club as well. And in his free time, he also likes to cook and read and ski and swim. So, and he would like to take an opportunity to thank his teachers and his friends and his family for the great support that he's received. So you just got another 10 brownie points for that one. So Shannon, oh, by the way, Shannon also won the MTAC Concerto Competition Award. So who have been the most influential people in your musical life?
Well, our music teacher, Mrs. Shui Liu, has pushed us to our highest potential and has helped us reach our many goals. And my parents, they have motivated me, and I don't think I'll be singing here without them.
Okay, next I need Megan Wu. Okay, Megan is a gold medal pianist in the Contemporary Music Festival, and her hobbies include reading, writing, spending time with her friends. Is that online or is that in person? In person, okay. And she even enjoys having fun with her older sister, Jennifer. Okay, so Megan, what excites you about playing music in general?
I think what really excites me is expressing myself through the music that I play. It's also great to show others what you can do through competitions and recitals. And the feeling that you get when you finally finish a piece is almost like half relieved and half victorious, because knowing that you finally conquered the song gives you this unmatched sense of accomplishment.
Okay, I think that I may have gotten something out of order, and I hope I didn't panic anyone. But could I ask Abigail Tsai, please? Abby is 8th grader and the Gifted and Talented Education Program at Ladero Canyon Middle School. She started violin lessons with Diane Raymond when she was 5, which was 8 years ago. And you guys can do the math, right? And in her free time, she enjoys cruising on her longboard. If you know what a longboard is, raise your hand. Okay, good. And she wants to be an architect. And so I want to just welcome her back. She's played with us before. What would you like to share with us, Abby, about your chance to play this night?
Is it just like
So let me just help you out there.
Yeah, I just hope to play better.
Okay, could I ask Kevin Yee, please? Okay, Kevin. He loves to devote his time to music through performance and to the community, and perfecting himself to become a better musician. He's played in a quartet, in a master class with Joseph Silverstein, and he's also performed with the Westminster Presbyterian Church for a primetime presentation in the Caneo Valley Youth Orchestras. And he's been with the CVYO for 4 years. So, Kevin, what is one of your most memorable experiences playing the instrument?
One of the most memorable experiences playing my instrument was my first performance with the TO Phil 2 years ago. A chance to play with a professional orchestra is every young musician's dream, and the TO Phil has made my dream come true. The best part of the performance is the moment right after you finish, when you, bursting with happiness, you walk back to the green room where people you barely knew 5 minutes ago are congratulating you on a great performance. For me, the support that everyone at the TO Phil gives the soloists makes the experience truly memorable.
You know, the first time Kevin played with us, he was shorter than me. Okay, may I ask the very last winner and soloist for this year, Eric Shaw, to come up. Eric was a Steinway Performance Award winner this year, and he is a great speller. And he was champion of the Kalina Middle School 2011 Spelling Bee. So, and also he had something to do with Scrooge's nephew. So maybe, Eric, could you tell me a little bit about that?
Okay, so Fred, Scrooge's nephew, is a happy person who tries to make Scrooge happy, and Scrooge yells at him a lot, but he never gets dispirited.
Okay, so you never get dispirited, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So who have been the most influential people in your musical life?
I would probably have to say my piano teachers and my parents and siblings. My first piano teacher, Mrs. Christine Chow, taught me the basic fundamentals of music, and soon after that I switched to Mr. Francis, who continued to teach me more advanced piano songs and techniques. And then there's my mom, who is a big source of inspiration, and my big sister, my older sister, who has played with the orchestra before, and so which inspired me to take part in this competition.
I ask all the soloists for season 12 to come forward and stand right here in front of the podium. If anyone wants to take a picture of everyone, now would be the time. If you guys could just, take everything and just stand right up here. Just try to stand right up front. You can go ahead and scooch in. Can you guys scooch in just a little bit this way? It's fine if you hide me, no problem. Now, while we're taking pictures, does anyone in the audience have a question? Just raise your hand or just shout it out, please. You must have some question for one of the kids or for all of the kids. I
don't have a question, but I would just like to commend each and every one of these accomplished young musicians, not only on their meritorious musicianship, but the poise and the literally a plum on which they stand here in front of all of us and speak right off and from their heart. I am so impressed with all of them.
Any other questions? Yes, please.
Might be an embarrassing question, but what does it cost to underwrite a concerto performance with the orchestra?
Okay, this is a question. This is not a question for the kids, I guess. All right. Well, let me say simply that it costs approximately $5,000 per student to have them play with the orchestra. So basically, it's up to me and the board to find that money so that the kids can play as best we can.
Comment?
Yeah, please.
I wanted. Let me just.
Yeah, sure. Come on in. The water's fine.
I wanted to make one other comment. We have two violinists standing up here who are going to be playing next Monday, Martin Luther King holiday, at a master class, a Bach master class for Martin Chalifer, who is the concertmaster of the LA Philharmonic. And here these kids not only play solos, but they've played in the CVYO, the Canadian Valley Youth Orchestras, both of them have, and they're playing with a professional orchestra, and next week they'll be playing for the concertmaster of the LA Phil, and I think that's quite exciting itself.
Yes. We can take one more question. Doesn't somebody have another? I'm sure there's somebody who wants to ask something. I see a lot of smiling faces and eyebrows going up, but nobody's willing to raise their hand.
How many hours do each of these students practice per day, approximately?
Okay, I'm going to just pick a couple of kids to answer. Catherine Ruan, how many hours a day do you practice?
Not much.
Not much?
Let's see. Henry Beale.
I usually like to get 1 or 2 hours of practice. Sometimes a bit more if there's one particular line or something that I'm having trouble with, but usually 1 or 2 hours a day. I like to do that.
Shannon Saw.
An hour to 45 minutes.
About an hour, you see. And what about your brother?
Same.
Okay. And now, let me ask, anybody on the season this year practices more than 2 hours a day? Anyone?
Cameron,
One.
you're done.
Okay, and I'll just describe that it takes probably 6 months to a year to learn a concerto of very hard work, practicing every day, you know, like they're talking about. And there's, even in the adult world, it's hard to find people who can focus on one thing for several hours a day for an entire year to get something done. So this program is really driving a lot of skill, a lot of perseverance, a lot of all these wonderful growth things that happen. So I just want to point that out because these kids are like models for what they can achieve, what people can achieve if they work hard and stay focused. All right, I want to ask Edward Francis back to the podium, and if you guys would like to return to your family, we'll finish up the program.
Thank you very much. To discuss briefly that last question about practicing. It's actually the art of practicing that makes the big difference. It's not the amount of time that one puts in. So these students are studying with very fine teachers who are teaching them how to focus in on the practice and being very busy with all of their academic activities and extracurricular activities. It is absolutely amazing that they're able to achieve the levels that they do. And then Joyce talked about Martin Chalifer, the concertmaster of the Los Angeles Philharmonic. I was actually at the Los Angeles Philharmonic a couple of nights ago, listening to the very fine pianist, French pianist Jean-Yves Thibaudet, And I was a guest of the Steinway people, and they knew Jean-Yves, and so we went backstage right after and got a chance to meet him and so on. And who was standing next to him but the artistic director of the Los Angeles Philharmonic, Chad Smith, and the chairman of its chief executive officer, Deborah Borda. And I was introduced, and I said, oh, by the way, I'm the chairman of another orchestra myself, and it's out in Thousand Oaks, and we do a lot of this stuff. And she started asking me questions about the educational things that we do. And I told her, I says, we will help you however we can. And so I was very pleased that I had that opportunity. I want to call up one final student, soloist, to play for us. I think I forgot to tell you what Cameron played. It was the Chrysler Sicilienne and Rigodon, which we played first. And then our final performer is Michael Aspinwall. And Michael will play the Rachmaninoff Etude Tableau, Opus 39, number 1. Michael. very much, Michael, and all the other young artists who played for us today. I would like to remind you that our first concert is this next month, almost exactly a month from today. It's February 10th, Friday, at the Camarillo United Methodist Church at 7:30, and then we repeat the program here at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza Forum Theater on Sunday, January the 12th, and it is a 2:30 matinee. And we very much appreciate all of your support. I'm sorry, February 10th, February 12th. We very much appreciate all of your support up to this time and also throughout the entire season. And we thank you very much for coming today as we introduce all of our soloists. And ask that you not rush off. There's a beautiful repast of beverages and wonderful things to eat in the back, and we can visit a little bit. So thank you very much for coming, and we'll see you at the concerts.